This is Neil Walters from the Mr. Hebrew YouTube channel and HebrewGarden.com. In this video, I want to show you about the modern Hebrew course that I'm currently giving to students, but all the lessons are being recorded and they'll be available in HebrewGarden.com. So if you go here to member-only courses, click Modern Hebrew Course. If you just click this part right here, we'll see about the book that we're using. These are the lessons, and as you work through the lessons, you can actually mark them as completed or not, and then it will actually remember where you're at, and then you can move between your lessons more easily that way. So let's start with lesson one here. For lesson one, we have to talk about the book and how to get it. Again, I strongly recommend you buy the book, and you might be able to find a PDF version online, but I don't necessarily suggest that. I think you should own a copy of the book. And then here we have the recording of lesson one that was done, and I put it on YouTube as a private unlisted video. And then one thing I do with this course, which I didn't have the technology to do it with the Wine Green Biblical Hebrew course, was I create an Anki file for each lesson. So what is Anki? Anki is Anki, it's a flashcard program using spaced repetition. And so basically, I give you all the vocabulary words from each week, and you can download them. First of all, there's a PDF file here that just talks about how to use Anki. And then every week, I give you the flashcards for that week. And then basically, you go to your Anki program, which you get for free. It's an open sourceware type thing that you can download and run on a Windows or a Mac or even on your phone. And then you can import the flashcards each week into the program. And then the idea is you would spend, say, 5-10 minutes a day reviewing your vocabulary words. And I also include not just the regular vocabulary, but some of the verbs in their different forms. Now, here's something I did that I may not do for every lesson, but I did for the beginner lessons. I actually used some AI generated voices, which I thought was pretty cool. Let me just play part of that for you here.
כיתה ב' לומדת עברית. כל התלמידים בכיתה. המורה אומר אל התלמידים, מי לא פה? התלמידים אומרים, כל התלמידים פה. המורה עומד לפני הלוח.
And I think the next one is in a male voice.
כיתה ב' לומדת עברית. כל התלמידים בכיתה. המורה אומר אל התלמידים, מי לא פה? התלמידים...
So I think that's an amazingly good accent for AI generated stuff. It's just that, and I actually generated the flashcards kind of using AI as well. So we are in the AI age, people. Welcome to it. And as someone told me, you're not going to be replaced by AI. You're going to be replaced by another person who knows AI better than you. So we have to accept, I think we have to accept the AI that's among us and use it to make our learning better. So this is pretty much what you'll find in every lesson is one or two videos, and then the flashcards, and then the audio. Now, one thing HaYesod has in it is a translate from English to Hebrew. And so that's the hardest part, I think. The practice I've been doing so far is I'll do like 3 lessons. For example, we just did lessons like, say, 9, 10, and 11. And then I'll spend 2 weeks doing the English to Hebrew, again, in class with the students. And we'll do like lessons 9 and 10A one week, and then we'll do 10B and 11 the next week. And so that also provides kind of a catch-up week for people who are falling behind, so that if they still haven't really got the story down. Every lesson has a real cute little story. And, I think you should repeat the story as many times as possible, ideally even daily, where you just hear the story over and over and over again. And that's why I provided these audios here where you can, just quickly listen to the whole story. And you can see the first lesson's the story's only like 30, 40 seconds. So you should easily be able to listen to that once a day. As we go a little further, the stories are maybe 2 minutes to 3 minutes. So they don't really get much longer than that. They're a page or a page and a half. At the bottom down here, you can just click next page. So we're in lesson 2 now, and it's going to go to lesson 3. Yeah, there's lesson 3, which is a story about a man reading yesterday's newspaper, and he's confused which day of the week it is. Oh, and here's something I did too. I don't provide this in every lesson either, but the book always has the stories with vowels. So in some cases, I actually retype the story without vowels. And so a student can at least look at it and see if they can read it. So my theory is if you listen to the story, for example, once a day for 5 or 6, 7 days, then you should pretty much be able to read the same story here without the vowels because you've kind of like half memorized the story. And now you can actually see the words, but without the vowels, but you should be able to remember it again after listening to it so many times. So just to recap, right now as I record this, it's January 2025, January 16th, 2025, and we're currently in lesson 11 or 12. And so we try to do one lesson a week, and then about every 3 weeks, we have the 2 extra catch-up weeks where we do the English to Hebrew. So we're basically doing, say, 3.5 lessons a month, basically, 3.5 chapters a month. So in a year, we should get done maybe 40 lessons, and the book is 75 lessons. So it's going to take us about 2 years to finish this. But each week, I keep adding them on here into this membership site. So it's called the HaYesod book. It's one of the best books I've seen actually for learning Hebrew, for at least non-biblical Hebrew. And that's all available in Hebrew Garden when you become a member. So check it out today.